Hi guys, this is Hasti and today I'm going to show you how to clean algae off of your turtle's shell. Now ideally you want a smooth brush and you would be able to expect to do it at least once a month or so. It depends on obviously algae conditions in your tank, which shouldn't be too bad, but it happens and it's not a rare condition, it's completely normal. So you want a smooth brush and you want to go in circular motions on his shell. Now this depends with the type of turtle you have, because I found that if your turtle has a smooth round shell, then it's completely easier for you to go and get everything off of his shell by just going in circular motions. Whereas if you can see Ralph here, he has these humps on his back, which means that it's kind of difficult to get all of it off if you just go in circular motion. So here you can see that I'm aligning the toothbrush with his shell and I'm just going across straight, but you have to make sure you're doing it softly and carefully because they can sense everything. They have these little receptors on their shells which can sense the touch and temperature and everything, so you have to be very, very careful. Now, as I said, algae conditions are completely normal. It's only dangerous if you begin to start seeing like white patches, which is a sign of shell rot, and that usually comes about with poor diet, temperature of the water, and conditioned water such as chlorine, and light. You need to make sure you have him in a UVB light with a basking spot and so on. Now you want to make sure you put him in a container with warm water which is conditioned. As I said, chlorine is so dangerous for just their shell and their metabolism, everything. So you want to make sure that he's in a warm container and you give him a rest every now and then. As you can see, I put Ralph in the bowl for a while. One, for him to feel the warmth and not get too cold outside, and two, because you want to get him like wet again so you can it's easier to clean the algae off. You want to get your toothbrush nice and wet so it just does the job better. So as you can see, like, I've gotten a lot of the algae off of him now. You have to make sure you're constantly checking, like, to see if there's any white spots. You have to constantly do these checks on them. Despite how confident you might be feeling about their condition, you should always do this, as you're sure of their condition and you don't suddenly spot something which has gone unnoticed. You should also feel around its shell every now and then to make sure there's no soft parts, as it can indicate early stages of shell rot. So you want to also make sure that you're changing the water of the container that you put him in every now and then, because as you can see, when the algae comes off and stuff, it comes onto your toothbrush, and as you clean it off and as you put it back in the water, it's just going to get in the water, and you want to make sure that you're completely cleaning him off and there's not a lot of that in the container, because when you put him back into the tank, it's just you can see these little skin things float about, and that's just not nice. Now Ralph, because he's so young, he's a reef turtle, if I haven't mentioned, and he's constantly shredding and peeling and growing, and there was a lot of ants. So he does produce more like skin than usual in an adult's reefs. Now he absolutely hates me doing this, but he loves me at the end, because when I put him in the tank he just stares at me. maybe he just enjoys it secretly. Now you want to make sure that you're cleaning his belly too. Now a lot of turtles find this ticklish. They might tell you off. As you can see, he's put his head up. Some may like it, and you want to go as soft as you can because they can still feel everything. Now this part doesn't really get a lot of algae because it's such a smooth surface. Algae can't really get in there and attach itself to anything. It doesn't get stuck anywhere. You just want to go everywhere around him, and you want to do a last check. As you can see, the algae that we started with is completely off now. There might still be tiny parts, but not at all. Like, it's completely clean. There's nothing to worry about. This is the part where I usually start checking for soft spots, but which he doesn't have any because he lives in a very happy tank. So if you guys want me to do any more videos on how to take care of turtles, please let me know and comment below. Thank you.